I wanted to do a little short video update of my newest aquarium. These are some young koi that hatched from eggs in my outside koi pond this spring. They laid in late April and early May, and these are some of the prettier little fish, and I put a bunch of them in here, but there's still about 500 more out in the pond. There's no adult koi in the pond, but these little guys are going to, I'm going to examine them for the next few days and determine which ones I want to keep in this aquarium. I've had such positive experience with older koi that I've had in a 50-gallon aquarium for more than 2 years now. They're doing really excellent. They're not stressed out. They have undergravel gravel filtration system going in their tank, and they're doing really good. I come down and I feed them several times every day. That's what they'd like to do right now, is have me give them some food. I have a little hole, a feeding hole up in the top of the aquarium, and they're sort of begging for food right now, but they really don't think I'm going to feed them. But when I lift this lid and put this little latch over the top, there's the little hole I'll drop the food through. Well, yeah, they're thinking, oh boy, it's time to eat. All right. I just give them about a half a teaspoon of food. Whoa! See that water come out of there? They go up and feed like crazy. Look at the long flowing fins on those fish. Isn't that amazing? And koi butterfly koi are absolutely beautiful fish. I hate the idea of culling the ones that don't have as pretty a coloration, but such is the case. I've got hundreds of koi, and you just simply cannot keep hundreds of koi in a pond as small as the ones I have. I'm going to put a little food in with the baby koi here. I usually try to I have some flake food that I'm going to give to them. There we go. There are some really beautiful koi in here. Nothing worth thousands of dollars, but definitely beautiful in my eyes. And I think that is the very best way to judge koi. 100% of the time, it's the koi that you think is most beautiful that is the most beautiful koi, not one that somebody over in Japan thinks is the very best of the best. But that's just my viewpoint on it. It sure is fun to have all these koi in here. But as they continue to grow a little bit, water quality is going to go down, and I'm going to have to remove some of these koi, and I'll bring in some other really beautiful ones from the pond later on this fall, probably in September. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little update of how I've changed my aquariums around a little bit. I'm not happy with just having these old adult koi. This is now my triple stacked aquarium again. Notice how few fish appear in this tank here. Look at those giant Daniels. There's so many of them. I counted the Plecostomus in this tank when they're out in the front, and you can see a few of them in the tank right now. These are all Plecostomus that I raised by providing them with a very good place to lay their eggs and protect their eggs and hatch out their eggs. With giant Daniels in the aquarium, they're quite predatory, and it makes the little tiny Plecostomus have a much more difficult time surviving the first month or so, because the giant Daniels will eat them. Anyway, there's about 50 Plecostomus in this tank. The ground down there just is a seething mass of Plecostomus when they go to feeding in the morning.